Hello everyone, how's everyone doing today? I hope you're doing well. Before I even mutter a word, I just want to say this is my list, so let's be a little friendly in the comment sections. I'm only human. Today we'll be ranking the 6 nominations for Game of the Year that will be officially picked on December 12th, so until then we can make a little list, or I can make a little list, and you guys can agree or disagree. Most likely you will disagree. Until then, just my little list, I guess. I know we're all very passionate about gaming here, so this list may offend people, it may not. But I know everyone's entitled to their own opinion, so please leave a comment down below who you think should win. Well, enough chitter chatter, let's get on to the list. Starting at our number 6, which is our last spot, is Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. Now, no, wait. Before I start getting death threats in the comment section, I want to say the DLC was amazing, but that's what it is. It's a DLC, not a game. I may be wrong, I'm not sure, please let me know, but this may be the first time the Game Awards have chosen a DLC to be the nomination for Game of the Year. Just saying. And like I said, I love Elden Ring, the DLC was amazing, it was so innovative, it was so expansive, it was amazing, I love it, but it's a DLC, right? And I feel like this is just such a waste of a spot when you could have put the Silent Hill 2 remake, or Stellar Blade, or maybe some other game I'm not even thinking of that could have easily taken this list. But enough of that, right? Let's talk about the DLC. The DLC was huge. It brought up 83 new bosses, 103 new weapons, and more spells and more incantations, more armors and accessories. It is definitely one of the most ambitious DLCs I've ever seen in my life. It was a phenomenal experience. Honestly, I put so many hours into this DLC after the 2-year hiatus that I took from Elden Ring, which, by the way, I picked that as Game of the Year for 2022. So, I'm not an Elden Ring hater. I love FromSoft games. They're amazing. But it's just a DLC, right? It's a huge DLC. It could honestly be its own game, but it's a DLC. And we could have put other games that, were fully built from the ground up. So yeah, I'm sorry guys. It's going at number 6. Going to our number 5 spot is Balatro. Yeah. Same with the Shadow of the Erdtree pick. They could have put other games on this list, really. And now look, I've never played this game, and I can't criticize for what it is, but it does look fun, and people online do say it's very addictive. And honestly, that's all a game needs. If it just gets you hooked and addicted, and you can play hours and hours, that's all a game should be, right? Am I right? But 2024 was a stacked year for gaming. This was one of the best years we've had in a while, and for a card game to be one of the 6 nominations for Game of the Year when it didn't receive as much funding or much time in development as other AAA titles, I don't know, to me it just doesn't feel like it fits here. Now of course I'm not saying it isn't fun or anything, but there are other games that just are more prestigious, if that makes sense. Like imagine Balatro won Game of the Year this year. I don't think a lot of people would be happy. Honestly, I probably should have put this game at number 6. I kind of feel bad for Erdtree. I kind of put it too low. But it is what it is. I'm just saying, Balatro is not better than Erdtree. I never said that. I just think Erdtree's a DLC. So just, it's on its own other list in my opinion. And coming into my number 4, it is Astrobot. And honestly, I wanted to put this on my number 3, but I have to be objective here, okay? I have to do it for you guys. I really like Astrobot. A little too much. Just like Astro's Playroom that came out for the PS5 when it first launched, it's almost the same thing. It's just a platform, a very laid back, chill, fairly easy platformer that you can just sit back and relax and play after work without being super stressed. And honestly, I recommend anyone who has a PlayStation to get this game. It is so fun, it is so interactive, it gives a lot of references to old PS titles, and it's just amazing. It's such a fun game. Please pick it up if you have the budget for it. It's awesome. Think of it as a 3D Mario, but like for PlayStation. That's how I think of it. Honestly, just an amazing game, super chill. I can't really critique it too much because it's just a platformer, right? It's not too in-depth, it's not too narrative driven or anything. It's just a robot jumping on shit and fighting people. So yeah, pretty much. Coming into our number 3 spot is Black King Wukong, or wait, that doesn't, wait, hold up. Black Myth Wukong. I'm sorry, I confuse King and Myth. I don't know why. And I just want to let it be known, this game was amazing. It was so innovative, it was so refreshing. I had such a fun time playing this game. And people are calling this Souls-like, which I can see it, right? Anything people call a Souls-like if it's challenging enough. This game looks so goddamn beautiful. I love how it looks. I love the aesthetics. It's super good when it comes to its combat. It's super interactive as well. I'm saying super a lot because it's a super game. And this game is very challenging, like I mentioned earlier. It's very reminiscent of Souls-like games where you have to just keep attempting and you usually just get better and better as each attempt goes until you beat the boss. And I think this game implemented that extremely well. Overall, honestly, this is just such an amazing game, and I think it's a safe pick. If this wins Game of the Year, I would not be surprised. It definitely deserves it, and I think a lot of Wukong fans would be very happy with that. Now, I was in a very heavy conflict going into these last two slots because I just love both of these games so much, but the number 2 is gonna have to go to Metaphor. Now, I might be a little biased when it comes to Metaphor being number 2, but I love any JRPG, especially when Atlas is involved. This is easily one of the best works Atlas has done in a minute. This was amazing. Just the world was so engaging, the atmosphere, the story was so awesome. And as always, Atlas always delivers with the musical bangers. The soundtrack was so goddamn good, and it makes the game just such a better experience. And you know, I'm a big music fan, so seeing shit like this is just awesome. And I mean, if you've never played any Persona game or just any JRPG to begin with, this is such a good game to start off because it's just, I don't know, it's just so raw, it's so authentic, it's super nice. Please get into it, and I would love to see this get number 1. But we have to, we have to be truthful here, and I think one is just better than the other. Well, our number 1 is Rebirth. Imagine the Final Fantasy VII Remake in 2020, but open world. That's what we get with Rebirth. Look, I just want to throw it out there. I am a huge Final Fantasy nerd. Some would consider me a simp, honestly. I love every game. Obviously, some are worse than others, but this one did not disappoint at all. Square Enix absolutely delivered, and they just made this game so awesome. And honestly, I love how personal this game got, just with its characters and just how their relationships developed throughout the game. I think it was a very nice touch, especially since I think the Final Fantasy VII Remake didn't really do that as much, in my opinion. I didn't really see it, but with this game, they definitely did. And of course, the open world sort of aspect of the game really changed things. It made you do things differently than other people would have, and I really appreciated that. I think that was really cool. This game was also really difficult, which I appreciate, and I think it was harder than the 2020 remake in my opinion. But yeah man, this game is just like any Final Fantasy, just bigger, open world, more ambitious, and it was just so cool to see the Final Fantasy VII just world in general that, I mean, I'm younger, but I know a lot of older people appreciate it because they grew up with this game, and just to see it in a wider lens I think is really dope. Well, that's really about it for my list. I hope you guys enjoyed. I spent, a good time thinking about it because I didn't want to piss people off, but I also didn't want to piss myself off. So if you have a list or you have a number 1 do you think should win Game of the Year this year, please let me know down below in the comments. I would love seeing that. And please subscribe if you made it through the video. I would heavily appreciate that. I always do gaming and anime and just other content stuff that you guys might be interested in if you clicked on this video. So please feel free. And as always, be safe, be good to people, be good to yourself, and drink water. I don't have any water on me, but you get the memo. Bye.